and welcome to Rathods Science Academy. Today in this session we are going to see current affairs of 24th December 2024, and for next 10 days the time schedule will be like this only. I will be posting in the evening session because modern history classes are going on here. So I hope you can understand what is the concern, why I am recording it later. Okay, now let us see the first article, guys. So see the title, Domestic Food Needs Have Priority, says Joshi. So actually, we are going to discuss about 3 important online platforms came up by the government so that whatever the food problems are there, so we are going to address that problems. Okay. Now let us see here. This article it is about food problems. So can you tell me some of examples of food problems they can be addressed with this using of ICT, that is information communication technology. So how can we use this technology so that we can address these food problems? So that let us match what are the issues you said, whether they are there in our article or not. Come on, tell me what are the problems that we can address. So actually we have PDS. So in this public distribution system, we have lot of loopholes. So those can be addressed by this ICT. So tell me other important problems that we can address by using of this ICT. Yes, smuggling of goods, especially recently AP smuggling case study you can write. Next. Okay, midday meals. Next. Tell me now. Next. Okay, let us see what are those 3 important things. The first one here is Jago Grahak Jago app. Next one is Jagriti app. Next one is Jagriti dashboard. So all these 3 ICT technologies are based on J, letter J. So here you may get a question like, here in recently news, these words like Jago, Grahak Jago app, Jagriti app and Jagriti dashboard, they are present. Which are related to which of the following things exactly? So actually these 3 things, they are trying to protect consumers from dark patterns of internet. So here, especially because of this internet also, there are a lot of the problems that are happening, and you can take example of cyber security issues. And if you are purchasing anything on online, if you are keeping orders on online, so if you are ordering one, you will be getting another product, or else the quality of the product will be compromised, like substandard quality you will be getting, or entirely that product is replaced by another product, right? So to know authentication of that product, we can use these 3 apps, especially regarding food in our country. Okay, now let us see what exactly this article says. So here on National Consumer Day, our Union Minister, he announced a launch of Jago Grahak Jago app, Jagriti app and Jagriti dashboard, and they want to safeguard the consumers from online exploitation. So here we are saving the people from online exploitation, especially regarding this food products. So in which apps these food products can be sold? We have Amazon, we have Flipkart, and recently we have this Zepto, Swiggy, Zomato. So in these areas, this obviously sometimes online exploitation will happen. So to safeguard these consumers from this online exploitation, so government had launched these 3 ICT technologies. And especially they want to focus on balancing consumer and producer interest, and especially they want to address these concerns of even minimum support price and asserting that food availability is key to serving consumer needs. So if you have aware about this online platforms, so farmers can also sell directly in online platforms. Can you tell me such an example? We have Enam, right? So Enam is a Enam. So Enam is a platform where farmers, they can sell their produce directly to consumers. So whenever farmers, they are trying to sell their produce on online platforms, because of discount rates which are offered by this tech companies, it will be causing loss to the farmers, because sometimes it may be less than compared to that of this MSP. For example, they give price 9.99 and they will give 75% off or 80% off. Like that, they will be giving more. What is that? There will be more discount. So that here it will be affecting farmers' income as well. So these are the problems that can be addressed through these three platforms. And if you see some facts regarding these three, the first one is Jago Grahak Jago app. So this app will be acting as a vital resource for consumers, and this app will be providing essential information about various e-commerce platforms, and they will be also giving alerts about unsafe website where they are going for buying or selling of their produce. And this app, the important aim of this app, it is to empower the consumers so that they will be getting know about how this online shopping risk are there. So this is about this app. And next one here is Jagriti app. So Jagriti app is nothing but, yes, if you find something wrong in any website, you need to have a platform where you have to report, right? So this Jagriti app is nothing but, we are going for reporting of website which you suspect something is going wrong there. Okay, and next one here is consumers, they can easily submit their complaints about unfair or any deceptive practices. So this is about the second app. And next one is, we are also having a dashboard. Like we will be combining these two apps. One will be providing good information and one will be providing an access for reporting of complaints. So based on this, we will be having a dashboard so that we can get all the data of these two apps together. So these are the three important ICT technologies which came up by the government to protect consumers regarding online shopping. Okay. So what is the importance? So why government need to take this kind of steps? Because consumer awareness is very important, especially you know that farmers who are living in the rural areas, they are not much aware about digital literacy. So it is a responsibility of government to take care or to protect those people also who are back with this digital literacy. And next one here is, in this digital age, even there is increased online risk as well. So we can help the individuals so that they can be taking some informed decisions. And next one is, this apps are part of broader initiatives to educate consumers about their rights, and even we can increase awareness about this online platforms. So these are the things that you have to remember regarding this. Okay, see this article, read the title. Kashmiri artisans give wings to Dodo. Have you heard this word Dodo? Dodo. What is that? So this bird that you can see here is Dodo. So have you seen this bird anywhere accidentally? Huh? Have you seen this bird anywhere? Actually, you can't see this because it is extinct. So what is the meaning of extinct? Which is not present now. So where can we connect this article from? Okay, so this article is talking about Dodo. Dodo is a bird. Which bird is it? It is an extinct bird. So where you can see these words extinct, vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered. Yes, environment and ecology. Which part of your GS? GS3. Okay, so that words that you will see in IUCN red list, right? So how many categories are there in this IUCN red list? IUCN red list, how many categories? Not threatened, vulnerable, critically endangered, endangered, vulnerable, extinct, extinct in wild. How many categories totally? 7 or 8? More. Tell me the correct number. There is no choice. 6. So here you can say Very new tab. Okay, see here. So we have these many categories. Tell me how many? Collapsed, critically endangered, endangered, vulnerable, near threatened, least concern, data deficient, not evaluated. Okay, and not this, it is right. 1 minute. And even there is, yeah, actually it is not clear. So we have extinct and we have extinct in wild. So we have critically endangered, vulnerable, near threatened, and least concern. So these are our IUCN categories. And you have to see what is the criteria to say any animal as critically endangered, and vulnerable. So if 30% of number had been decreased means it comes under category of vulnerable. If 50% of decreasing of number comes under endangered. If 80% decrease is called as critically endangered. So see this ones. And here there is difference between extinct and extinct in wild. Extinct in wild is nothing but it is not available in any forest. But it may be available in some areas where we are going for conservation efforts. But extinct includes it is extinct in wild, and as well as that species is not present even in this conservation sites as well. So that is a major difference that you have to see. Okay, now let us see about this dodo. Okay, sorry, dodo. So from environment and ecology, it's okay. Apart from this, can you connect with any other subject? Because now what is this article? So especially Kashmiris, they are making paper models of the species. That means they are trying to preserve the culture. Okay, art and culture from GS paper 1. And they are not only making and selling in their regions, but they are also trying to export. To other countries. So can we connect with GS paper 2 under international relations? Can we connect with this GS paper 3 under economy? Yes. And one more area here is whatever the paper models they are painting. Let me show you. Yeah. Okay, so see this image. So they are also painting lot of the things on this model. So especially whatever the designs they are painting there, it is giving some insights for conservation efforts. They are saying that we need to go for conservation. So this conservation is also part of your environment and ecology from GS paper 3. So what you can understand here is, so already this animal had been extinct, but here now Kashmiri people, they are making the paper models of this bird and they are exporting to other countries, so that we can connect this article with environment and ecology from GS paper 3, and we can say from GS paper 1 art and culture, and as well as GS paper 2 IR, and as well as GS paper 3 economy. So what are the dimensions you have to see? First of all, you have to see some basic features of this bird. So in these features, you have to see like how the bird will be. So what is the lifespan? Lifespan is very important for this species because it had already been extinct. Okay, what is the lifespan? And you have to see in which habitat. So what is the habitat of this bird, whether it is seen in India or not, or else nearby countries where it is present. And here you have to see what are the threats. What are the reasons that led to this bird to be extinct? Okay. And next, from your art and culture point of view, you can include this point whenever you are focusing on this species, or like whenever we are talking about the preservation of our culture and heritage. So here in this making of this paper models also we can maintain our culture so that we can give it for the next generation. So this point is very important in your mains. So how can you preserve your culture? By making the paper models. And even if you want to improve your relations with other countries, especially Indian diaspora is a common point where we will be having good relations with other country, right? So for improving of people to people contact also, we can have this kind of exports. And this one is, whenever we are increasing our exports for our country, we can increase our forex reserves and also we can increase our exports. and even we can increase tourism for our country. So these will be the advantages of entirely this article. Okay, now let us see exactly what is given here. So Kashmiri artisans, they have received extinct dodo bird through the creation of over 5,000 paper match models. It is nothing but paper models, and now they started exporting to the international markets. So where they are? Europe and Mauritius. So why they select Mauritius? Because this bird species endemic to Mauritius. Okay, so it is found in Mauritius. In Mauritius, it had been ended. So because of this, now Kashmiri artisans, they are making these paper models and they started exporting to their country. So through this also we can increase our relationship, bilateral relation with India and Mauritius. So can you tell me recently what happened in this India-Mauritius relations? So where is this Mauritius located? Mauritius, where? IR is done. Mauritius, is it an island or not? Where it is located? Arabian Sea or Bay of Bengal or Indian Ocean or Atlantic or Pacific? Indian Ocean, where exactly? So which is a channel that is dividing India and Mauritius? Okay, which degree channel is dividing Andaman and Nicobar? There are 3 channels, 8-degree channel, 9 degrees and 10 degrees. Which is dividing what? India and Lakshadweep is divided by? Atlas. Okay, see that 8-degree channel, 9-degree channel, 10-degree channel. It will be a repeated question in many examinations. Okay. So here we are going to export this to Europe and as well as Mauritius. Okay. So actually these models, they mainly symbolizes birds lost habitat, and now they are gaining popularity, especially during this Christmas season. So in this way, here whenever they are preparing this paper models and they started exporting to other countries, even that is creating local employment opportunities and as well as local economy revival in this Kashmiris. Because it is a very disturbed region if you compare with any region in our country, right? So what is the reason why it is a disturbed area in Kashmir? Because of POK, Pak Occupied Kashmir, terrorism, next drug trafficking, armed trafficking. Next, what are the reasons? Next, what are the reasons? Infiltration. Okay. Yeah, terrorism. So actually this article says that whenever we are making this kind of models, so we can revive our cultural practices. We can adapt and we can evolve so that we can ensure our forgotten histories are kept alive through craftsmanship. And this one here is they will be also providing, as I said, local markets, local economy, local livelihood, everything. And this one here is we are also reflecting environment. So whatever I said, like on this paper model, they will be painting like what are the methods that we can take for the conservation. So here it mainly reminds about the consequences of environmental degradation, and even that will be encouraging conservation about what are the steps that we can take to decrease this everything, like to prevent the extinct of animals. So once if we got any if we got any negative thing, then only we'll start thinking we will be doing the things. If everything will be going smoothly on our life, will we take any new changes in our life? No, right? So if you want to take something, if you want to take any initiative, you should find what will be the negative of that. So that is a thing which mainly said. So because of lack of conservation efforts, we lost that bird. So here, because of this bird, we will be showcasing to the other countries like, yes, we have to take steps for conservation. It is very important. If you're not taking this environment conservation step, so almost all animals models will be there rather than life on the earth. So that is the thing they want to convey through this paper models. And next one here is there will be also influx of international tourists as well, because tourism can be attracted even by the local craft. So do you know about this tourism which is related to pilgrimage? So if you go to any pilgrimage center, we will be having famous one prasadam. So Tirupati, it is famous for laddu. Even Annavaram also is famous for its own prasadam, and even Ayyappa is also very much famous for its own prasad, right? So the same way, because of this local crafts also we can increase tourism. So that is a point which is said here. Okay, and next one here is by using this kind of traditional practices, we can also improve our sustainable practices. We can also promote especially eco-friendly art forms, because this art form is made by the paper, not by the plastic. So because of this, we can also encourage eco-friendly art forms. So these are the things that you have to remember. And now let us see some facts regarding this dodo. Dodo, it is a flightless bird and it is mainly seen in island of Mauritius. It has listed as extinct under this IUCN red list. So normally the lifespan of this dodo bird is 10 to 30 years. But because of failure of taking steps for conservation, yes, that animal had been got extinct. Okay, that is a thing. Yeah, one more important current affairs that you have to see is recently government started gene therapy or advancements in science and technology to come up with this species. So there are different species which are very much related to this dodo, and we are changing certain genes so that we can bring back this dodo back. So this project is called as Dodo de-extinction project. Okay, in your science and technology, you can add this example under gene therapy. So recently, India found gene therapy for hemophilia A type of disease, right? So the same way, whenever you are writing about gene therapy and examples, you can also use this Dodo de-extinction project of government. Okay, so why we want this? Because Dodo played a very important role in ecology. For example, if any organism which is present in the ecosystem, they will play their own role. For example, if you are like 5 members in your family, every person in your family have their own specialty, their own role, right? So the same way, whatever the organisms which are present in our environment also, they will be playing the same role. They will be having their special role. For example, Dodo is very important because it helps in seed dispersal. So as I said, it is not a flying bird, it is a flightless bird. So whenever it is having some seeds or like some fruits, it will be disposing those seeds. So because of this, it will be restoring island's ecosystem. Why I said island? Because it is present in Mauritius. And next one is this project, which is also very helpful to inspire people for promoting of global conservation efforts. So recently, one bird had been came up back by this gene therapy. So around 52 lakh or 52 crores or 52 lakhs, I can't remember the number. So recently Rajasthan state government came up with Great Indian Bustard project. That means if we are becoming success in that, obviously it will be giving lessons to different countries that yes, by using science we can do something. We can take some steps for conservation of our ecosystem. So this is one example for that. And next one here is we can revive this dodo so that we can focus on conserving and as well as restoring of other avian populations as well. So this is the thing. And see this article. PM condemns attempts to spread disharmony and violence in society. So what is this article talking about? About Christmas. So why Christmas? So Christmas is celebrated by which community? Christians. Do India a Christian country? No. Which country is India? Secular country. That means we are going to treat all religions equal. So we are not going to give any priority for Hindus or any priority for Muslims or any priority for Christians. But why our Prime Minister said this statement? What might have happened? Any guess? Actually, secularism is seen highly in news. You can expect mains question regarding that secularism. And tell me, what might happen? Hmm? Due to Christmas? Christmas market. Yeah, what happened? In which country? So, okay, tell me one answer for my question. So, throughout the world, which community is more? Throughout the world, so which Christians are more? Hindus are minority actually. But in India, Hindus are majority, Christians and Muslims are minority. But if you see European countries, American countries, entirely Christian based. So, Because why these Christians are more across the world? What might be the reason? So why British came to India? One important reason is to spread Christianity. So here in that religion they want to focus on almost spreading. So because of this, most of the people they convert into Christianity, and especially across the world, Christian people are more. Okay, so Christians they celebrate how many festivals? Only Christmas, Good Friday, and this Christmas. So actually there is some issue. Only two. For Muslims there will be like 3 or 4, but here they have only two. May Day, Merry Christmas. That only Christmas. In that series only, no. In Diwali we'll celebrate 3 days. Dasra will celebrate 4 days. Batkama will be there. Okay, let us see this article. So our Prime Minister said that societal violence should not happen and societal harmony should happen during this Christmas celebrations. So here recently one Catholic Bishops Conference in India happened. So in that conference, here our Prime Minister clearly said that we need a social harmony and we need violence-free society. Okay, and he emphasized about love and unity, and he called for collective efforts. Everyone need to take efforts to address the societal challenges, and he also highlighted about India's humanitarian actions during the pandemic. So here he said that India is a secular state, so we are treating each and every religion as equal, so we are not giving priority to any religion. So even the pandemic time also we help different countries irrespective of religion they are following. So we respected Buddhist countries and we gave help to Nepals and we gave help for the Christian countries. So in the same way, so here our Prime Minister said that we are working together for national human interest. So here he said that every country want to move towards a developed society. So whenever they are moving towards the society, there will be lots of the things which come into the picture in society. So we have to focus on ensuring of communal harmony. So this is the thing which mainly said. So recently there is violence which happened in European countries. So because of this, he gave this statement. So we want communal harmony. He condemned violence. Okay, so that is the thing. And next important article here is Center scraps no detention policy for class 5, class 8, lays stress on remedial measures. So what is this article talking about? No detention policy. So what is this no detention policy? Have you heard this in your school days? So if you're not passing now, again you will sit in 5th class. If you're not, yes. If you're not passing in 8th class or the board exam, you'll be again sit in the same class. So that is nothing but this no detention policy. So till now, government removed this no detention policy. But now, government is scraped. That means government removed no detention policy now. That means if nowadays children who are failing this 5th class and 8th class, again they will sit in the same class. Okay, so this is called as no detention policy. Center. Okay, so now tell me about what are the advantages of this no detention policy removal. Scrap means removal, right? So now central government had removed this no detention policy for 5th and as well as 8th class. Okay, now tell me what are the advantages. So why government might remove this? Okay, okay, to make them away from social media. Next. Okay, to increase knowledge. Next. Okay, to decrease gap. Next. Very good. Pass percentage. Next. Okay. To improve academic performance of a state? Yes or no? It is different. I don't want to talk about politics here. Next, tell me what will be the advantage. academic performance, pass percentage, gap, social media. Next, what happens? Okay, schools will focus on skills. Next, discrim fee. Why fee? What happens with fee? That will come as disadvantage, no? How it will? Okay, double fee for schools. Okay, I'm thinking about from parents' point of view. They have to pay twice. Then how it will be advantage? Okay. So now tell me disadvantages. Okay, it will be demotivation for the children. Next, what about parents? Where school? Yeah, suicides can be increased. Very good. Next, what about parents? Parents name and shaming of parents will happen in the society. Okay. Next. Corruption in the school level. Okay. Nepotism, red tapeism, favoritism. Next. Okay, more addiction to social media. What about child labor? Child labor. If they're not getting past, what mother will say? You'll be not fit for studying. Let's come with me and let's go for work. Child labor can be increased. Next. That I wrote more addiction. Next. Okay, increase. Okay. So age to complete education will be increased. Okay. It will be problem for UPSC. Next. Okay. It will be having impact on economic activity of that state. Mm-hmm. Demographic disaster will be increased. If the people are not having education, if they are having this kind of addiction, every illegal things, obviously it will be threat. Okay, increasing of crimes. Next. You're not telling valid point. Okay. Awareness of education will be increased or decreased? What you are saying, awareness regarding what? Ah, okay. So I got many points. They are not given in your article. Okay, let us see those. So actually, center has abolished no detention policy for class 5 and 8, allowing the schools to hold back the students who fail to pass year-end exams. So actually, now they are going to come up with this uh, new gazette notification, which is emphasizing on importance of remedial measures for these students who can re-examine 2 months after results. So if they are failing, they can examine for, they can give some time and they will be giving some bridge codes and they will be seeing whether they are going to have this for the next 2 months or not. So that is the thing. You said main more points. So it is based on 2019 national economic, not national education policy. Yeah. So that is regarding this 2009 Act also. Based on that, we don't have this no detention policy. No detention policy state that no child is admitted in a school shall be held back. Okay, held back if any class or expelled completes elementary education up to 8th class. Up to 8th class, if they are not passing that also, they should not be sent to the same class. So this is the thing about no detention policy. Now it had been removed. So it provided under section 16 of Right to Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act of 2009, or it is also called as, in simple, that you know, Right to Education Act of 2009. So why this has been introduced by the government? Because it will also increase dropout rates. Yes or no? If they are failing, if their parents are not sending back, then what happened? Dropout rate will be increased. So there will be demotivation. Yes or no? And even there will be increasing of child labor, increasing of crimes. So students will be addicted to smoking, drugs, which is highly available, especially in some areas, right? So because of this, it will be having a lot of problem academically, socially, economically, huge impacts that you said. Okay, see this article, the GATTification of World Trade Organization. So what is this GATT? Have you heard this anywhere accidentally in your economy? What is this GATT? Tell me. Okay, general agreements regarding. Okay, so exactly what is this GATT? Is it related to WTO? So what is this WTO? Okay, what it does? Trade. What exactly the aims and objectives of this World Trade Organization? WTO aims and organizations. What is that? Huh? Free trade. Okay, then what is this GATT is about? Hmm? So what it will do? So actually this article is saying that there is some problem in GATT. We have to revive that problem. So tell me, what is this GATT? What do you know? Okay, to remove tariff barriers. Okay, so examples of tariff barriers? Mm. Import tax, export tax, next, custom duty, export duty. Okay, so actually now WTO is having a very big problem, that is revitalizing dispute settlement system. Especially appellate body is not properly functioning in this WTO. So what is appellate body? So if there is any problem with the country regarding trade, they can file a case, right? So where they will filing the case? In this appellate body. Okay, so it had been non-operational from 5 years. From 5 years onwards, what are the cases which had been filed? They are pending because this appellate body is not functioning in this WTO. And now here WTO wants to revitalize that. So one important reason behind this non-functioning of this appellate body is USA. USA is blocking appointment of this judges under this appellate body from 5 years onwards. So because of this, the cases are pending. Okay, so whenever the cases are pending before this WTO, can we ensure free and fair trade? No. So that is the thing which mainly said here. Okay. Now let us see what is this GATT. GATT is nothing but General Agreements on Trade and Tariff. So actually an agreement called GATT, that is GATT, which had been signed by 23 countries in this Geneva, and finally in 1948 it came into existence. So when this WTO came into existence, in which year? 1945. So after that we came up with this GATT in year 1945. When this came, 1947 we got independence. 1945 Britain who wins after this World War II. Think and check once again. It is 1945, I am not wrong. 47. See once. Don't use ChatGPT. Don't use ChatGPT, please. Okay, so actually after this WTO formed, we came up with this GATT because many countries are coming up with this trade barriers and as well as tariffs, so that proper free and fair trade is not happening. Okay, so because of this 23 countries, they signed this GATT agreement and it came into existence from 1948 onwards. So in this GATT, they said that we are going to reduce tariffs. We are going to reduce tariffs, we are going to reduce these import duties so that we can ensure free and fair trade. So during this period from 1948 to 1994, so most of the trade was governed by GATT. But in the recent past, so there is a problem in appointment of judges under this appellate tribunal. So from that time onwards, there was a problem. So WTO established to provide a platform for negotiations so that they are going to ensure free and fair trade. So the important key objectives is to address the grievances. So what are the problems are there between the two countries? So they are going to place these problems before this appellate tribunal, and the discussions will go on. Finally, they will be giving the solution. And this appellate body was set up in year 1995. Okay, so actually what is the issue here is US stopped the process of reappointing of judges. So actually there will be 5 members under this appellate body, and actually many people they retired. So from this 2017 onwards, the number of judges in this court they follow below 3. Okay, that is the minimum which is required. So there is no not even the minimum people they are present in this appellate body to take up the cases. So because of this, WTO had been criticized because it is being unfair. Okay, so as I said, you may get a question regarding working of international organizations. So earlier I gave example of WHO, that is World Health Organization working is also had been criticized during this pandemic time, and even United Nations Security Council is also being criticized because of this not stopping this Russia-Ukraine war or Israel-Palestine issue. And now even WTO is criticized from 2017 because this appellate body is not functional. So if any country is having the problem, they will find the cases in this appellate body. If they are not getting justice, can we ensure free and fair trade? No, because of this, if you're getting any question regarding the working of international organizations, you can add even this appellate body of WTO is not working because of no proper appointment of judges, which had been stopped by US. And next one here is what are the rulings they are giving. So even countries are not binding to that ruling. Around 600 cases had been reached since its formation in 1995, but they gave judgments only for 350. That means 215 cases they had been pending so far. Okay, see this article. Canary in the canopy. So in yesterday's class, I discussed about forest. India State of Forest Report of 2023. So whenever you're getting any forest report, from that report you can expect prelims based question, especially have to focus on facts. And whenever you are writing introduction to mains answer or else conclusion, you can quote this India State of Forest Report gave these suggestions. So from that point of view, you can use this article. Okay, now let us see what this article is saying. Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, they released India State of Forest Report. So from this statement also you can get a question like which of the following organization or which of the following ministry released this report. It is Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So here if you see the facts, for every 2 years this will be released. That means in 2023 it had been released. That means in 2025, that is in 2026 year, again this report will be released. So every 2 years this report will be released. And the first survey started in year 1987. And this report is 18th. Okay. And this report contains information regarding forest cover in India. Next one is tree cover, mangrove cover, growing stock, carbon stock. Okay, so here this article, especially this report said that there is increasing of forest cover, there is increasing of tree cover. That means there is increasing of carbon stock. So actually the problem is with mangroves. So mangroves is decreasing. So can you tell me what is this mangroves? I think this is also a problem. Yeah. Next, tell me what is the meaning of mangrove? Mangrove. In which area we have this mangroves? West Bengal. Name of that? Sundarbans. Is that mangrove present only in Sundarbans in India or any other places? Only Tamil Nadu? So what is this mangroves? At least tell me. So these are marshy, swamped areas where we have saline resistant or salinity resistant plants, and they will be having nematophores. What is nematophores? They will be having, so normally soil will be having water, air spaces. So this air will be very helpful for the plants to absorb from the roots. So these areas which are rich with water, they will be not getting air in the soil. So they will be having the pores. So from that pores, they will be absorbing air. Okay, mangroves. And can you tell me some important characteristics of this mangrove plants. Have you seen this? Mangroves? So these are the mangroves. What can you see? They will present in water only. Those are called as mangroves. So can you tell me what you can observe here? The root system is present. Upside. These are called as nematophores, through which they will absorb oxygen, because they will ultimately not get that soil air from this area where it is fully filled with the water. So they will be getting water from atmosphere through this nematophores, and even they will be having still roots. Okay, you can see the root system. They will be having branches like this. Can you see? Small things, they will be giving support. Why? Because whenever these plants which are present at this intertidal region, they will be having a lot of issues, like whenever there is a getting of high tides, low tides and waves, so they will help the plant to sustain. Okay, so these are the things, they are called as stilt roots. Okay, so here also you can see that in this image also. So here they will be having stilt roots, so that will be helpful for the plant to have a balance and to protect the coast. Okay, you can see these are the stilt roots. Mangroves in India. Why? So you can see this map. So here in this map you can see where exactly the mangroves are present in India. So you said about this Sundarbans, right? It is in West Bengal. Apart from this, in entire coast, we will be having these mangroves because they are present at intertidal zone. Okay, so see these ones. Okay. So actually what this report is saying, as I said, tree cover had been increased and forest cover had been increased. So there is 25.17% of increasing of tree and forest cover. So can you tell me in which state in our country is having highest tree cover? West Bengal. Next, come on, go on, guess. Madhya Pradesh, okay. Next, Arunachal Pradesh. Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh. Next, come on, go on, guess. At least say me some states where you can see this forest areas. Northeast, okay. Next. Okay. So actually this report is saying that overall in our country we have tree and forest cover that contributes about 25.17%. And apart from this, 19 states, union territories, they will be having around 33% of their area which is filled with this forest cover. And especially huge amount of this forest cover and tree cover is seen in states like Mizoram, Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Tripura and Manipur. See, mostly we have Northeast, we have Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay, and next one is top 4 states having maximum forest and tree cover is Chhattisgarh, UP, Odisha and Rajasthan if you are comparing area wise and number of trees which are present. Okay, and maximum recently the forest cover had been increased in Mizoram, Gujarat and Odisha. So these states are taking good steps so that they increased forest cover recently. And area wise, yeah, and area wise, largest forest and tree cover is there in Madhya Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh and Maharashtra. Okay, so see this data once, that's it. And here this article is saying that especially there is increasing of extent of bamboo. So bamboo comes under tree or plant, grass, tree or grass. Bamboo is a tree but grows like a grass. So tell me what is the status given by Government of India? It had been recently changed. I think in 2021 it was in news. By grass. Again it came a grass. Okay. So even here this article said that because of increasing of tree cover and as well as forest cover, obviously there is increasing of carbon stock. That is carbon sink had been increased. And the concern here is one important one is there is degradation of mangrove. So why there is degradation of mangrove? So whenever we are going for coastal development areas, we will obviously clearing that mangroves, and because of the sea level also, it is having impact on that ecosystem which is present there. Obviously it is having negative impact on this mangrove. So can you tell me which state is having like highest area under mangrove? Yeah, Gujarat has lost highest area under mangrove. So most of the mangroves are present in Sundarbans. That you said, right? In West Bengal. But Gujarat, why they gave here? Because so Gujarat lost maximum number of mangroves. So don't see on the board and tell. Okay. So before telling, at least read the complete statement and tell me. Okay. So these are the things that you have to see. In Srikakulam. So you don't leave that name, I know. Okay, so these are the important topics that appeared in our today's Hindi newspaper. So by this I'm concluding. Thank you so much guys for watching. Yes.